The biggest NBA trades of summer 2025. Kristaps Porzingis from Boston Celtics to Atlanta Hawks. Drew Holiday from Boston Celtics to Portland Trail Blazers. Norman Powell from Los Angeles Clippers to Miami Heat. Jalen Green from Houston Rockets to Phoenix Suns. Kevin Durant from Phoenix Suns to Houston Rockets. John Collins from Utah Jazz to Los Angeles Clippers. Kelly Olynyk from Washington Wizards to San Antonio Spurs. Jordan Poole from Washington Wizards to New Orleans Pelicans. Kyle Anderson from Miami Heat to Utah Jazz. D'Angelo Russell from Brooklyn Nets to Dallas Mavericks. Jusuf Nurkic from Charlotte Hornets to Utah Jazz. Jonas Valanciunas from Sacramento Kings to Denver Nuggets. Marcus Smart from Washington Wizards to Los Angeles Lakers. Kevin Love from Miami Heat to Utah Jazz. Spencer Dinwiddie from Dallas Mavericks to Charlotte Hornets. Clint Capella from Atlanta Hawks to Houston Rockets. Cameron Johnson from Brooklyn Nets to Denver Nuggets. Dylan Brooks from Houston Rockets to Phoenix Suns. Dorian Finney-Smith from Los Angeles Lakers to Houston Rockets. Georges Niang from Boston Celtics to Utah Jazz. Miles Turner from Indiana Pacers to Milwaukee Bucks. Anthony Simons from Portland Trail Blazers to Boston Celtics. Brook Lopez from Milwaukee Bucks to Los Angeles Clippers. Chris Paul from San Antonio Spurs to Los Angeles Clippers. Mark Williams from Charlotte Hornets to Phoenix Suns. Desmond Bane from Houston Rockets to Phoenix Suns. Jordan Clarkson from Utah Jazz to New York Knicks. Michael Porter Jr. from Denver Nuggets to Brooklyn Nets. Nickeil Alexander-Walker from Minnesota Timberwolves to Atlanta Hawks. Colin Sexton from Utah Jazz to Charlotte Hornets. Lonzo Ball from Chicago Bulls to Cleveland Cavaliers. Damian Lillard from Milwaukee Bucks to Portland Trail Blazers. Terrence Mann from Atlanta Hawks to Brooklyn Nets. Isaac Okoro from Cleveland Cavaliers to Chicago Bulls. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope from Orlando Magic to Memphis Grizzlies. Luke Kornet from Boston Celtics to San Antonio Spurs. Pat Connaughton from Milwaukee Bucks to Charlotte Hornets. Kevon Looney from Golden State Warriors to New Orleans Pelicans. Dennis Schroeder from Detroit Pistons to Sacramento Kings. Karis LeVert from Atlanta Hawks to Detroit Pistons. Bruce Brown from New Orleans Pelicans to Denver Nuggets. Duncan Robinson from Miami Heat to Detroit Pistons. Simone Fontecchio from Detroit Pistons to Miami Heat. Dylan Jones from Oklahoma City Thunder to Washington Wizards. Colby Jones from Washington Wizards to Oklahoma City Thunder. Dario Saric from Denver Nuggets to Sacramento Kings. DeAndre Ayton from Portland Trail Blazers to Los Angeles Lakers. Bradley Beal from Phoenix Suns to Los Angeles Clippers. Mason Plumlee from Phoenix Suns to Charlotte Hornets. Tim Hardaway Jr. from Detroit Pistons to Denver Nuggets. Gary Harris from Orlando Magic to Milwaukee Bucks. Cole Anthony from Memphis Grizzlies to Milwaukee Bucks. C.J. McCollum from New Orleans Pelicans to Washington Wizards. Larry Nance Jr. from Atlanta Hawks to Cleveland Cavaliers. Sadiq Bey from Washington Wizards to New Orleans Pelicans. Ty Jerome from Cleveland Cavaliers to Memphis Grizzlies. Luka Garza from Minnesota Timberwolves to Boston Celtics. Marvin Bagley III from Memphis Grizzlies to Washington Wizards. Josh Minott from Minnesota Timberwolves to Boston Celtics. Jake LaRavia from Sacramento Kings to Los Angeles Lakers. Jay Huff from Memphis Grizzlies to Indiana Pacers. Chris Boucher from Toronto Raptors to Boston Celtics. Lindy Waters III from Detroit Pistons to San Antonio Spurs. Josh Okogie from Charlotte Hornets to Houston Rockets. Jaden Springer from Utah Jazz to New Orleans Pelicans. Olivier Sarr from Oklahoma City Thunder to Toronto Raptors.